So a lot of people always ask how to manifest their soulmate into their life. And although I've gave a lot of my perspective and how to become the vibration and how to attract love, how to attract that perfect partner, what actually happened was just very recently I had a conversation with a very, very special guest we have on this channel today who actually shared something that I've never even thought about before, which could be the thing, the number one thing that could be stopping you or blocking you from manifesting the love of your life, your soulmate into your life. So please, everybody join me in welcoming our very special guest today. We have the amazing, the one and only Gem Goddess.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm very excited to be here.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I think we've been talking about this collaboration for over a year now.
Yes, we have.
It's been a long time. So now is divine timing. Those of you who are listening, maybe this is divine timing for you to manifest your soulmate. So
Yes.
you were saying something backstage with me about something that people don't really consider.
Yeah, so when you're about to attract your soulmate, you need to essentially become the vibration of, you need to become your soulmate, your own soulmate. You need to become love, and that's something that you were mentioning. But
And that's what people struggle doing because they're
Yes.
saying, I'm lacking love right now. How on earth am I supposed to become love?
Exactly. But when we set the intention, we can basically ask the universe, hey, I want to manifest my soulmate, because you can ask for anything. So if you set the intention to manifest your soulmate, this is when you need to start looking out for what you begin to attract in your life, because the universe is going to send you anything that helps you now become that vibration. So you might attract relationships that might be a little bit toxic because maybe we need to improve self-worth. Maybe we need to set better boundaries. We need to learn how to recognize somebody that's in equal vibration as us. So if we're wanting to become that higher vibration to attract our soulmate, and we want to attract that high vibe person, we need to also become that high vibe person.
I think that's a really nice way to think about it. So essentially it's like, let's say for example, if they're attracting certain relationships that are not their perfect soulmate yet, it's about identifying that maybe there's some reflections of who they are, that they are getting feedback. So they're seeing their partner and they're saying, I don't like that about that person. And then maybe reconsidering, hey, there must be something within me that's attracting that right now, and then correcting it.
Exactly, because there's always a reason. Relationships are always a reflection, and you don't need to be perfect in order to attract your soulmate. It's not saying that you need to be perfect at all, but there's certain things that we might need to work on in order to attract that soulmate. But of course, all relationships are always going to be a reflection. Even your soulmate's going to be a reflection, and we have to do inner work with our soulmate too. But it shouldn't be to the point where a relationship is getting super toxic. So if you're noticing that you're always attracting similar patterns in relationships and they end up being things that should not be happening in relationships, you know?
And how many relationships is that going to take before we figure out all the different points and then get aligned?
Sometimes a lot. Sometimes a lot.
Okay, so we're correcting along the way.
Yeah.
And then once we correct along the way, we say, oh, okay, I don't like this thing about I don't like this thing about them, and maybe there's something I was doing to attract that, and then correcting it slowly, 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 and then you're saying, essentially, that is the thing, and then you'll attract your soulmate.
Yeah, so once you start to work on yourself, it's basically like doing shadow work and realizing, why do I keep getting triggered by this, and why do I keep attracting these similar things? It's basically doing shadow work and realizing that there's something within you that's bringing that out. And so as you begin to heal these parts, you begin to love yourself so much more. As you begin to set proper boundaries and you gain self-worth through looking at what you've been attracting and doing the inner work, all of a sudden you build yourself up to a much higher vibe. You're able to love yourself so much more because you gain so much self-respect through the self-worth and building yourself up that way. And so that naturally builds self-love. And as you begin to build that, you'll notice that you begin to attract way better relationships. And as you begin to attract these better relationships, eventually there's going to be one that is your soulmate that you begin attracting into your life.
Beautiful. I noticed you said something about shadow work, and I'd like to maybe we go into that a little bit, because I've never spoke about shadow work on my channel before, for the reason that in our yogic practices we don't refer to shadow work. So could you just elaborate what you mean by shadow work?
So shadow work, how I look at it, is the light is your conscious self, and the shadow is your unconscious self, the things that we're not aware of. And so as you look at, like, shadow work is essentially looking at the unconscious parts of yourself. So if you're getting triggered by certain things, and if you notice you're getting anger, you're holding or repressing anger about certain things, it's time to reflect within and realize that that's actually not coming from outside of you. If somebody says something to you, it's not the other person that's triggering you. It's something within yourself that's getting triggered that needs healing. And so shadow work is being able to look within and make the shadow become light. So it's adding conscious awareness to those shadow parts.
That just the visual of that sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Making all the darkness seem move to light, right?
Exactly.
Now there's a thing. I mean, I know you were saying that okay, we can go into certain relationships and see where it's going wrong. Why am I attracting this thing? But at the same time, I'm getting so many questions, and I don't know if you get the same questions too. Everybody who ever asks me a question, they always say, Master, can I manifest something, something, something instantly? Mm-hmm. So when you're talking about going through a relationship and figuring one part out, going through another relationship, figuring another part out, what do you say to somebody who's, for some reason, in that desperate need, who wants to manifest their soulmate in 24 hours or less, or manifest while they're sleeping, or manifest instantly now? What are your words to people like that?
Quantum leap, but that's pretty rare. You know, it's pretty rare to do that. We do, like, we came to this earth, your soul came to this earth to learn. That's what we're here for. And if we got everything instantly, it's kind of like playing a video game. If you play one of those video games where you get everything instantly, you get so bored of it and you're like,
speaking my language.
Yeah.
Where's the video game?
Where's the video games at? But yeah, if you get everything instantly, you get so bored of it so quickly. So your soul came here to learn.
And people don't, people never understand that the journey is one of the most beautiful parts of getting what you want.
Yes.
And
exactly.
but everybody's had it before. Like if they look back on track history, they've had it before where they get something really easily, they take it for granted, and then suddenly they self-sabotage or do something, you know, and lose it.
Exactly. And the journey is the most beautiful part, because even, say, when you attract your soulmate, then there's those people that are like, I want to get married next week. When are they going to propose to me? Hopefully it's next week. When are we going to move in with each other? When is this going to happen? You know, but the build of that love story is so beautiful. Imagine if you skipped out on all of the like vacations with that person, or like the cuddly nights in with that person. Those are going to be what builds that relationship to the most beautiful unconditional love. And also another thing about unconditional love is also getting rid of love languages, because love languages actually keep us in a box, whereas when we're attracting our soulmate,
speaking my language,
we need to get rid of our.
Everybody is always like love languages. I'm like, screw love languages.
No, because it's a condition, right? And if you want unconditional love, we need to get rid of the condition. So if you only feel love when somebody buys you gifts, or you only feel love when somebody's giving you quality time, you're actually making conditional love, right?
That's right.
Whereas we need to open ourselves up, do the shadow work, as I like to call it, to heal those parts of ourselves so that we can experience love in all forms rather than just one or two or three forms. Let's experience it in all forms. And that is going to be what attracts your soulmate, because otherwise we're just attracting partners that reflect to us what we need to heal, the love languages that we need to heal, that we have conditioned in ourselves. To experience unconditional love, we need to remove all conditions.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So I like it. How you're explaining that, and also especially when a lot of people they're looking to manifest things instantly, then we need to really consider what is going on internally that we feel so much lack, that we need something else to be fulfilling what humans will call the other half, where in fact without what people refer to as the other half, we are already whole.
Yes.
And so when people, instead of, if you're thinking, I want to manifest love fast, I want to manifest love instantly, then there must be some loneliness going on inside. And if we fix that first, actually our love will come even faster.
Yes, that is so true, because when we're lacking it, we lack that frequency and that vibration. That's exactly correct. And then when we fulfill that part of ourselves, we feel that love within ourselves, all of a sudden you're vibrating love. And then whatever resonates with that, which is love, love resonates with love, you'll begin to pull that into your reality like a magnet. It comes in faster than ever.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So if we were to finish this topic off with, let's say for example, okay, we know we can do some of the shadow work, and through these experiences we can learn things about ourselves and turn it into light and start evolving from there and practice self-love. If there was some sort of protocol, ritual, daily thing that people could do to speed this process up for themselves so that they can do this work, like what law of attraction or manifestation techniques or practices would you recommend them to do, morning, evening, whatever?
I would say start to become your own soulmate, and whatever you desire to do with a soulmate, whether that's going for like a sunset beach walk or like taking yourself on a date, doing things like that, go by yourself
and enjoy it.
Pretend that that energy is with you too. Like what would it feel like to already have that love and feel it there? Like when you're doing those activities, you know, start to date yourself, start to do that with yourself, and that will help you embody that emotion and that frequency. And then you'll notice in your day, when you embody this new frequency, you'll now make new choices and new decisions, and maybe you're going to get an intuitive instinct like, oh, I want to join a dating app, or like, oh, I want to, you know, go to this one event, and then all of a sudden you're going to meet your soulmate that way, because now you're in alignment.
I like that. I like that. So when they're walking along the beach, should they put their hand out holding?
I mean, I have one friend that definitely went that far and did that, but you don't need to do all that.
Okay, very good. So first of all, Gem Goddess, thank you so much for sharing your light, your love, your positivity on this channel. If you had your cards with you, I would tell you to pull some cards and get them to pick a card right now, but maybe we'll have to leave that for next time.
Yes.
Other than that, just thank you. Thank you for everything you do and all the love, light, and positivity you put out to the world.
And thank you so much for having me on here, and thank you for all of your love and light.
Thank you. So guys, if you enjoyed this video or you got anything out of it whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the Gem Goddess channel, make sure to subscribe to it. I'm going to put the first link in the description. Make sure to click on it now. Click the subscribe button, because she's always pulling a lot of cards. And by the way, she's very intuitive, so she'll be able to channel a lot of messages that is perfect for you at whatever time, going through whatever circumstance you're going through, to be able to get out of it and manifest your dreams, your goals, your desires. So make sure to give her a subscribe, and also comment below. Let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, I'm signing out. Namaste. Namaste.